Hey, hey! Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. Wait a couple seconds to see if anyone hops on. If you're here, welcome. Glad to have you. When you get here, say hi. So I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Allie Huntoon, and I am an HR account manager for Allied HR Solutions. We are a brand new business specializing in human resources, and our goal is to help small and growing businesses in the Midland, Michigan area with all of their HR needs. So everything from recruiting and onboarding to benefits, compensation, and retirement. So anything you need, we can help you. So I've been hopping on every Tuesday afternoon, say hi, talk a little bit about something HR related. So I thought this week we'd talk a little bit about working from home. So it's no secret that 2020 has been a very interesting year. Within a matter of months, businesses have had to shift and adapt more than they've ever had before. And I think working remotely really impacted small businesses unlike any other. So, large corporations, for the most part, already kind of had some staff members working remotely, working virtually, so they were used to that idea. But for small businesses, that was a huge change from having your entire staff in one office, in one place, to having everyone working from home. So, something to think about as a small business owner, there's always going to be changes, there's always going to be things that come up where you're going to have to adapt quickly. This is one of those examples that we can really mitigate a lot of that stress and a lot of those headaches by thinking about these problems before they happen. So, if you don't already, now would be a great time to start implementing a work from home agreement. So, what does that look like? It may be different for your small business than another small business. And there's a lot to take into consideration. It's not just how are things going to be accomplished at home, but it's also equipment. Who's going to be giving, a laptop, monitor, anything else that the employee might need. And also, communication is hugely different when everyone is working remotely and not all together. So, some things to keep in mind right now is to kind of set those things up. And if you need guidance, that's where an HR consultant can really help you. So, a remote working agreement is a great place to start. And that can outline some of the processes and procedures from working from home and kind of set those thresholds for, confidentiality, for productivity, and kind of really establish those goals right away. So it's important to keep that communication flowing. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways from this video, I hope that you glean, is that communication is everything. I actually talked to someone recently the other day. They have their whole team working remotely, and it's a small business owner. I know you have a lot on your mind. It's stressful. You are the CEO, the CFO, and everything in between, and you're trying to keep your business afloat during these uncertain times. But in reality, we really have to start thinking about our employees and how they feel rather than thinking about our bottom line. Our employees' engagement and how they feel about the company and how they feel about how you feel about them is really going to help your success in the long run. So, what this small business owner is actually doing is daily check ins with their staff. And maybe daily's too frequent. Maybe for you and your business, it looks like a weekly check in. But it's that check in to see how that team member is actually doing. How are you feeling? How was your workload? And really start that dialogue. I think small business owners forget during all of the stress of trying to keep their business afloat that their team members are just human and they need some extra love and support and attention during these uncertain times as well. So maybe that's implementing a daily or a weekly check-in and check in on those employees and see how they're doing. It's hard to have an employee feel seen, heard, and valued if you don't know what they're actually needing. So the only way to find that out is to ask. And like I said, employees have a lot on their plates right now. They are working so hard for your business and they're trying to meet your goals and expectations, but they're also probably trying to homeschool their children. Maybe they have elderly or aging parents that they're trying to take care of, and they might be anxious about their own health as well. We never know what an employee is going through, whether they have, a pre-existing condition or, maybe they're just very anxious about COVID in general. And we really need to have those conversations with those employees to let them know we're here for you. We totally understand what you're going through and you're not alone. These type of things will really stick with your employees. When it's time to, give 110% and really help you succeed, they're going to remember the times that you checked in on them to see how they were doing and how they were feeling. So some things to keep in mind for this work from home. And I also have some interesting statistics too that I wanted to read. So 48% of people during the COVID-19 pandemic working from home say they're actually more productive working from home. So that's, I think, another preconceived notion that sometimes it's hard for small business owners and management to think about is that trust component. We want to make sure that our employees from home are still working, they're still staying engaged, they're still staying professional, but we have to remember that without that trust, the relationship is not going to be a healthy and successful one. We have to trust our employees that they're going to get the work done, that they're going to do it professionally, and that they're going to do it, perfectly. So really trust your teams and cut them some slack and have some flexibility and some empathy for them. Another interesting stat that I wanted to read. So 68% of people working from home right now also have others from home working there too, including students. So that's another piece we have to remember about flexibility. Usually there's husbands and wives working, together on the kitchen table, sharing one Wi-Fi, or, students are trying to be on their Zoom classrooms and you're having, your own meeting in the room next door. We're just going to have to be flexible and adapt during this time period. And I think that's the most important part for small businesses these days is really that adapting piece, because the businesses who grow and adapt during these time periods are really the businesses that are going to succeed in the long run. So what can you do this week to try to really check in on those employees, make sure that they're being seen and heard and they're not too overwhelmed? And what can you do to help them be more successful? Because in the long run, that's really going to make your business grow and succeed. So that is my Tuesday take today. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I would love to chat with you about your small business and what you have for your needs, what I can help you streamline. I do offer free consultations. So if you'd like to hop on a Zoom chat with me, that's really the best way that I can get to know you and your business. There's no cookie cutter approach to designing an HR implementation for anyone. So it's really that conversation. What's going to work for you, your culture, your values? So I would love to chat with you. My website is alliedhrs.com. So check that out. We have a ton of information about all the things that I can help you with and our plan information as well. So I'd love to chat. Thank you so much for hopping on here with me. I hope you have a great rest of your week. If you could like and share this video, I would appreciate it. And we will talk next Tuesday. Have a great one, everyone.